Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, members of the public, those in attendance here today in the room. The July 10th, 2025 proceedings of the Board of Liquor License Commissioners for Baltimore City will now begin. Please take this opportunity to turn off or mute all electronic devices. Don't be that person who we are required to stare at when your phone goes off during the hearing. The board is now in session. Just a couple of preliminary matters. If you are here for a particular case, which you probably are, there is a docket on the door. Make sure that your case is on the docket today so that your time is not wasted. Also, just a real quick note, today the board's offices will close at 3 o'clock for an all-staff training. Attorneys in the room, I'll follow up after hearings just with a quick reminder. If you have to get something in that is time sensitive, send me a text, an email, and we'll make sure that that goes in the file, okay? All right, moving on. There is one monetary penalty to announce today. In accordance with Section 12-2105 of the Maryland Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article and Liquor Board Rule 2.16, the following licensees have participated in the monetary penalty in lieu of hearings program by voluntarily admitting violations as charged and paying corresponding fines. Arshia Miram, CSM Ventures LLC, trading as Cross Street Market, 1065 South Charles Street. Public market license, beer, wine, liquor license, violation of Rule 4.071, open containers and legal possession and consumption of alcoholic beverages on March 7th, 2025, allowing a patron to leave with an open beer bottle. They paid a fine of $500. Moving on to regular items, 180-day hardship extensions. Lucas S. Silverman, Bark Social Baltimore, LLC, trading as Bark Social, 3822 Boston Street. Class D7 beer, wine, and liquor license request for a hardship extension under the provisions of the Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article, Section 12-2202. Please come forward.
Good morning, sir. Are you Mr. Silverman?
No, my name is
Okay. Are you an attorney, sir?
Alex. No.
Okay, would you raise your right hand, please? Oh, where's our?
Please do.
You swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
So we have a letter from Mr. Silverman dated May 29, 2025, seeking a 180-day hardship extension. Do you want to tell us what's going on?
Sure. So the business ran into some financial issues. It was just expanding a little bit quicker than it should, got a little bit in front of itself. And at this point, we've found a competent operator who's going to continue operating the business, and we're just requesting this extension to fully turn that business over to the new operator.
Is it in operation now?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions, commissioners?
No question. And you're the property management firm, is that what it is?
Correct.
No questions.
All right, thank you. On the basis then of the letter request from Mr. Silverman dated May 29, 2025, and the proffer from, where's your name on here?
My name?
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Mandel.
Yes.
Made this morning. I vote to approve a 180-day hardship extension for this Class D7 beer, wine, and liquor license.
Yes, based on material and testimony in the letter, I also vote to approve the request for hardship extension of 180 days.
Based on the May 29th letter and your statements made today, I also vote to approve this 180-day hardship extension of this D7 beer, wine, and liquor license.
Ms. Russell?
Exhibit for the record, Board Exhibit 1, letter of appearance.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Binyan Yered, I apologize, Kabrab and Hab Tom Misna, Welda Michael Haybret, LLC, I really apologize, trading as Midtown Liquors, 17 West Biddle Street, Class A beer, wine, and liquor license request for a transfer hardship extension under the provisions of the Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article Section 12-1705B.
For the record, Melvin J. Kadensky, 320 North Charles Street.
Good morning.
Morning, representing the applicant and proposed licensee. This was approved by the board. We've gotten everything except the controller's office is holding it up for some tax lien, which we may or may never ever get taken care of, but at least if we give them additional time, we'll try to work it out.
Commissioners have any questions?
No question.
No questions.
Mr. Cadenti, on the basis of your written request of May 7, 2025, and your proffer this morning, I vote to approve a 90-day transfer hardship extension for this Class A beer, wine, and liquor license.
Yes, based on material testimony and the letter from the attorney, I also vote to approve the request for transfer hardship extension of 90 days.
Based on your letter from May 7th and your proffer made today, also vote to approve this 90-day transfer hardship extension of this Class A beer, wine, and liquor license.
Ms. Russell?
Those are just for the record.
All right, thank you.
Just an FYI, when you finish your hearing, you're going to go to Ms. Janae to get the paperwork you may need. We're going to go out of order as we start now our transfers. Yep. We are going to go to the last case on the docket. That is number 21, James Eric Schleibaum and Vasilev Curtis Avenue Associates, LLC, trading as Thumpers, 4600 Curtis Avenue, Class BD7, beer, wine, and liquor license, request to expand current licensed premises and add outdoor table service. We will go in order for the rest of the docket. So if everyone could come forward, come on up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
For your patience, and I'm just going to bring our exhibits up.
Morning.
Good morning.
Thank you.
All right. Morning, Mr. Chair, members of the board. Thank you so much for your patience and also for squeezing us in. We really appreciate it. Drew Tilden of Rosenberg Martin Greenberg. I am here on behalf of the applicant. I am joined today by Mr. Schleibaum and Mr. Vasilev, both of the individual licensee applicants, but with your permission, I would like to proffer testimony on this case.
Please go ahead.
Thank you so much. So today we are here requesting an expansion of the licensed premises as well as the addition of outdoor seating for the existing license that's located at 4600 Curtis Avenue. The property is located in the Curtis Bay neighborhood's northbound corridor. It's right now improved by a mixed-use development. There are 3 residential dwelling units, and then there's also the bar known as Thumpers. Thumpers has operated at this location since 2002, and it appears to be positioned to serve the industrial workforce that characterizes the Curtis Bay area. The applicant acquired the property in 2020 and immediately commenced renovations. There were about $13,000 worth of repairs and improvements, including the replacement of drain lines and also an updated sewer connection. This board approved the transfer of the license to the individual licensee applicants on May 21st, 2020, and the establishment has continued to operate as Thumpers ever since. The current hours of operation are 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. on Saturday through Monday through Friday, and then 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. There are 5 part-time employees and 1 full-time employee, and it's the tavern's policy right now for all employees to be alcohol awareness certified, and then they're also required to card any patron who is 21, who is not known to be 21 or older, and then customers who, there are no customers 21 or younger who are allowed to sit at the bar. The applicant recently constructed a roughly 2,500 square foot outdoor patio to the rear of the existing structure. And that project totaled approximately $650,000 in improvements. And so now we're here before you today requesting to extend the licensed premises to include that outdoor patio and then add the outdoor seating request. It's surrounded by a 6-foot wood fence, and it's only accessible right now to customers through the existing tavern. So there's not going to be any access from the surrounding area. The intended use is not just for an amenity, but they're also planning to add recreational activities, including cornhole. The outdoor use is proposed to terminate by 10 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 11 p.m. Friday and Saturday. The applicants have met with the Action Baybrook Group, and they agree not to exceed those proposed outdoor hours of operation, except for up to 2 times a month, and they will need to provide 14 days written notice to the Action Baybrook Group in order to extend those hours of operation. Action Baybrook is both here today represented and has also submitted a letter of support, which is in your files, as well as the testimony that I have presented. So both Mr. Schleibaum and Mr. Vasilez are the current individual licensee applicants. Mr. Schleibaum has been in charge of day-to-day operations since 2020, and both are familiar with the rules and regulations of this board. There are no other bars or restaurants with outdoor table service right now, so this is not going to create any sort of duplicity in services. There is a public and need and desire, as demonstrated by the Action Baybrook letter of support. There's not going to be any sort of impact on the surrounding licenses because this is a service that is not currently in the area. And there's not going to be any impact on the general health, safety, or welfare, not only demonstrated by the attached letter of support, but also Mr. Schleibaum has 8 other residential tenants on the property, and so it's in his interest to ensure that there is no negative impacts.
Question. So in your Exhibit B, page 2, is this the new area that I'm looking at?
Yes, on the bottom.
That's been completed? All right. Okay, ma'am, can we swear you first?
Oh, I'm sorry, of course. Can you raise your hand? Do you swear that the evidence you give today will be the truth and nothing but the truth?
Okay, give your name, ma'am, please.
My name is Jan Evelyn. I'm with Action Baybrook, and normally, as you know, we show up to oppose. We are extremely pleased to support Mr. Schleibaum and Thumpers, and with these issues that we raised with Mr. Schleibaum, and we went to view the site, and he was saying, oh, well, it's only going to be these hours of operation, and it's going to be in there. And so we just wanted to take those representations and put them in this as conditions to this outdoor operation. And we want to do that not because of Mr. Schleibaum. We have every confidence he would be totally responsible, but of course we know liquor licenses are transferable, and we know how many times we have been here for other bars that have outdoor spaces that are problematic. So we just wanted to make sure these conditions were in, and we fully support Mr. Schleibaum.
Thank you. Commissioners have any questions?
It's been 5 years since I represented the area. Is Action Baybrook now represent Curtis Bay?
Brooklyn, Curtis Bay, and Brooklyn Park, yes.
Okay, thank you.
No questions.
Anything further, Ms. Tilden?
No, nothing further.
Thank you. On the basis then of the materials contained in the application, the extensive proffer from counsel, the support testimony that we received just now, and the exhibits that have been placed in the record, I vote to approve this request to expand the current licensed premises and to add outdoor table service to this BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license.
Yes, based on material and testimony, I also vote to approve the request to expand current licensed premise and add outdoor table service.
Based on the application materials, the proffer made by council, testimony that was given today, the exhibits that were given also by council, also vote to approve this Class B request to expand this current licensed premises and add outdoor table services to this Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license.
Ms. Russell?
I'm going to do this for the record. Board Exhibit 1, letter of support from Action Baybrook dated 7/8/25, and 2, hearing outline.
Mr. Chair, just one point of clarification. Ms. Tilden, your client does voluntarily agree
Yes.
follow the
conditions.
recommendations that are in that letter, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
I asked that because it's not in the form of an MOU, but it seems to be similar, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you so much.
Good luck, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
And thank you for moving us up on the docket. I appreciate it.
Go back to yep. All right, we're back on the regular docket schedule. Hang Wang and Eric Gregory Rapa, Bao Dai Restaurant Group, LLC, trading as Bao Dai, 3215 Eastern Avenue. Application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license under the provisions of alcoholic beverages and cannabis article, Section 12-903C2, requiring $500,000 in capital investment in restaurant fixtures and facilities, 51% of food sales, and seating capacity for a minimum of 75, but not more than 150 people. Please come forward.
Abraham Hurd on behalf of Bao D Restaurant Group LLC. With me are the two licensed applicants.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Crawford for us.
Please. This is the new Chinese restaurant. Miss Wang's father has been in the restaurant industry as far back as she can remember. She's been working in a restaurant. She's basically said her whole life she's been working and helping her father out. Her father's actually going to be the chef at this location. Right now, their planned hours of operation are till 9 during the week and till 10 on Fridays and Saturdays. Although we've had some conversations with the community group, which we've got 2 letters of support that should be in the file. They came in a little late. And the community has indicated they would certainly love to have more late-night options in the area. I've talked to them about 2 a.m. being the cutoff. Alcohol has to be off the table. Doors have to be closed. For now, we're going to kind of see where business takes them and go from there. But they are looking to possibly expand a little later. There has been kind of a shortage of late-night operations in the city since COVID. So there may be some opportunity there. Again, right now, it's just going to be a Chinese restaurant. They're looking forward to open and operating. We've had some discussions, and they anticipate this being the best restaurant of this type in the area. They said there's a couple nice places out in the county, but nothing that would compare to this in the city.
Did I understand you to say the community wants them to stay open later?
That's correct.
That's the first time
They said
I've
there's a
heard
couple
that.
places that are, I guess, is it Snake Hill is open late, and there's another place that's open late, but they fill up because there just seems to be a late-night crowd in the area, and they had been indicating that they would like them to stay open till 12 or 1 if business supports it. That's something we're looking into. Again, we do have 2 letters of support from the community. There is no MOU as far as I can recall, and
I see a letter from the Highlandtown Community Association. What's the other group?
I think it was the Southeast CDC.
And they submitted one?
I sent one in the other day, I think, because I used the wrong email address, and then I sent both via the correct email address. But they're both in support, which is the good news. And I think they echo each other.
Commissioners have questions?
There was no request for MOU?
Nope.
Okay, good,
That's an area that needs good restaurants, and I think they're happy to have good restaurant operators in the area.
okay, good.
I don't have a question.
All right, thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the application, the proffer from council, the exhibit received, and the other, if it is in the record, I vote to approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license.
Yes, based on material testimony provided, I vote to approve the application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license.
Based on the application materials, proffer made by council, and the evidence that was admitted today, also vote to approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license.
Ms. Russell?
Exhibits for the record. Board Exhibit 1, letter of support from Highlandtown Community Association dated 7/4/25.
Thank you. Good luck,
Thank you.
folks.
You guys are good.
Go see Miss Branch at the end of
I'll actually
the
give you some
room.
problems. We'll talk later, okay? Wonderful.
Dana Smith, Senior, Blancos LLC, trade name pending, 413 North Charles Street. Application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license under the provisions of alcoholic beverages and cannabis article, Section 12-1606A, requiring average daily receipts from the sale of food that are at least 51% of total daily receipts, been classified by the Baltimore City Health Department as a high or moderate priority food service facility, and has an executed MOU with Downtown Partnership requesting live entertainment, outdoor table service, and off-premises catering. Please come up.
Thank you. With me, Abraham Hurd on behalf of Blancos LLC. With me is Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith has 10 years of experience in the industry, Right now, they're looking to be open till 9 p.m. during the week, and they're looking to do midnight Fridays and Saturdays. This location has been licensed on numerous occasions in the past. I think they lost the license, or I think ultimately the previous operator had some tax issues, which is why we're choosing not to transfer the license as opposed to getting a new Class B. It tends to be a little cleaner in terms of the operation. They're currently open right now for lunch from 11 to 4 during the week. They're saying that they're doing good business, which is great because downtown's been a little quiet in the last few months, in my experience, last few years. He's got 10 years of experience in the industry, and he's, again, hoping to be licensed and turn it around pretty quick.
Did I understand that he has an MOU with the Downtown Partnership?
I don't believe we have the MOU yet. We're going to speak to the Downtown Partnership and verify that that's an issue. I don't think there'll be any concern with that.
So you'll submit it if there is one?
We'll get it done in the next couple of days, absolutely.
Okay. Commissioners have questions?
No question.
No questions.
Okay, thank you. On the basis then of the materials contained in the application and the proffer from council, I vote to approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with live entertainment, outdoor table service, and off-premises catering.
Yes, based on material, testimony, and letter, I vote to approve the application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license and the request for live entertainment, outdoor table service, and off-premise catering.
Based on the application materials and the proffer made by council, also vote to approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with live entertainment, outdoor table service, and off-premises catering.
And that approval is contingent upon the MOU, correct?
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure,
And
that's all.
if, when you submit it, it will be a part of the license.
Absolutely.
No exhibits for the record.
Thank you. Maybe excused?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Stephen James Jones and Timothy Ma, Progress Hospitality North, LLC, trading as Mo's Place, 3290 Charles Street. Application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license under the provisions of alcoholic beverages and cannabis article, Section 12-1603C1, 2 little I, requiring $200,000 in capital investment in restaurant fixtures and facilities and seating capacity for a minimum of 75 people, requesting off-premises catering. Please come forward.
You are not Caroline Hecker, so
I am not, but I know her.
I say that because her name's on it.
Yes, yes, yes. My name is Brooke Hutchins. I'm also with Rosenberg Martin Greenberg. I'm here today on behalf of Progress Hospitality North LLC. I'm joined by one of the individual licensee applicants, Mr. Stephen James Jones, and I'm also joined by the Assistant Vice Provost for Hopkins Dining and Auxiliary Services for Johns Hopkins, Mr. Matthew Moss. You'll see who's missing up here today is the other individual licensee, Mr. Timothy Ma. There was a miscommunication as to whether this hearing was in person or virtual, and he will not be able to join us today. That said, I have the other individual licensee, and I also have Mr. Moss who can answer questions about the proposed operation. If the board is comfortable with us proceeding today, we are ready.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you. Is it okay if I proceed by proffer? Thank you. So we're here today because we filed an application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor license. The license will be used at 3290 North Charles Street for a restaurant called Mo's Place. The restaurant is going to be located in a portion of the third floor of the brand-new Hopkins Student Center, which is opening in August 2025. There's in Exhibit 1 of your packet, there are some street view renderings of the Hopkins Student Center. The center is going to be located at the intersection of North Charles Street and 33rd Street. Exhibit 2 in your packet shows an aerial view of the licensed premises location.
You're in my neighborhood.
So the applicant intends to operate a full-service restaurant called Mo's Place, as I stated, in the licensed premises, designed primarily to serve the JHU community. Renderings of the restaurant are in your packet as Exhibit 3. The restaurant's going to feature a traditional pub-style menu with a variety of appetizers, sandwiches, burgers, soups, classic entrees, and a sample menu is included as Exhibit 4 in your packet. The restaurant's going to have a seating capacity of 94 guests. The floor plan is Exhibit 5. The applicant initially intended to offer outdoor table service at this establishment, but we recently amended our application to exclude outdoor table service, and the amended application and floor plan were submitted to the board on June 24th, 2025. The restaurant will offer off-premises catering, as stated in our application. The hours of operation will be Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., Fridays from 8 a.m. to midnight, Saturdays from 10 a.m. to midnight, and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. To ensure minors are not served alcohol at this establishment, the restaurant will have a policy of checking IDs for all patrons. In addition, all restaurants and managers will become tip certified, and the individual licensee applicant, Tim Ma, is himself tip certified, and he's going to be in charge of day-to-day operations. So a little bit about the individual licensee applicants. Tim Ma is a member of Progress Hospitality North LLC. He actually graduated from Johns Hopkins in 2004. Following Hopkins, he went on to become an acclaimed chef and food and beverage entrepreneur, opening approximately 15 restaurants in the D.C., Virginia area. He's cooked at the White House. His family food heirlooms have been inducted into the Smithsonian. And most notably, he actually operates a restaurant and bar with a liquor license on Georgetown University's campus. So that restaurant bar is called Hilltop Tap Room, and it's located inside Georgetown Student Center, just like what we're here for today. There's an article about Tim in your packet as Exhibit 6. Let's see. Our second individual licensee applicant is Mr. Stephen James Jones. Stephen has been a Baltimore resident, registered voter, and property owner since July 2023. He's never held a liquor license, nor does he have a financial interest in any alcoholic beverage business, or licenses. Both Tim and Stephen are familiar with the rules of this board and pledge to abide by them. Okay, so a significant amount of community outreach has been performed in anticipation of this application and the liquor license. In May, Mr. Tim Ma met with along with representatives from Hopkins, met with the Charles Village Civil Association, the CVCA, to discuss the restaurant and answer any questions. Following that meeting, the applicants, Hopkins, and CVCA entered into an agreement governing the operation of the premises. That agreement's included in your packet as Exhibit 7, and we request that its terms be... We request that its terms be incorporated into or attached to the license.
The copy I have is not dated. I mean, it's okay.
It's not, but next to the signatures, it should show where everything's executed. We can provide a copy that is dated, but that's the.
I want it for your record. I didn't see it. Oh, yeah, I see date, July 2.
Right next to each signature. I'm sorry about that. The CVCA has also expressed its interest in support of the application by providing a formal letter of support, which is submitted to the board on July 3rd, and that letter of support is also included in your packet. So moving forward to the criterion, this restaurant represents a capital investment, approximately $850,000. A preliminary investment breakdown is included in your packet. The restaurant will also have a seating capacity of 96, as I mentioned. The applicant also satisfies the criteria to approve a new license. Regarding the public need and desire for the license, the license will significantly enhance the dining experience at Moe's Place, which will serve as the only full-service sit-down restaurant in the brand-new Hopkins Student Center. The letter of the support demonstrates the public need and desire for the license. As for the number and location and potential effect on existing licensees, it is unlikely that issuing the requested license will have any impact on existing licenses in the vicinity. Although it will increase the number of licenses, none of the licensed establishments are comparable to the applicant's proposed operation. The potential for commonality is low here, and the services and products to be offered by the applicant's business are unique. As I mentioned, full-service pub-style restaurant located within the new Hopkins Student Center. This proposed concept will bring something new to the area, as it's the only sit-down restaurant serving alcohol on the Homewood campus. And this unique nature will just limit the potential for any negative impact that there might be to surrounding licenses or the commonality of services. The issuance of this license will not have a negative impact on general health, safety, or welfare in the community. I mentioned the CVCA supports this license. The applicant has entered into an MOU to ensure health, safety, and welfare for the community. And in addition, the licensee, Tim Ma, has operated an establishment within a student center before. and will prioritize the health, safety, and welfare of the patrons in the surrounding community. So for these reasons, we request that this application be granted.
Curious, I mean, so this looks like a rather upscale operation for a college campus. So are the students going to take advantage of it?
We hope so. I mean, we hope so. How nice, right, to be able to not have to leave your campus and just...
I mean, the student center is beautiful.
Right, and it matches the student center. As you saw from the rendering, it's going to be a beautiful building. Matt can speak more to it, but it's a beautiful building on the outside and inside. So I think the top floor restaurant is fitting.
Are there going to be other food service things in the student center?
Yes, there are 6 other operations on the ground floor inside.
Excuse me, sir, I have to
Oh,
swear.
I'm sorry.
They have to be sworn in.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Can you speak in the microphone and tell us your name first?
My name's Matthew Moss. So there will be 6 other food service operations on the ground floor of the building. Those are similar to a food hall type operation, most placed located on the 3rd floor. The intent of that space was really driven around our graduate, staff, and faculty engagement, a space where students can come together with faculty, staff. We don't have another place really on campus where there's that gathering space for people to come together in a social setting, and most place really provides that space.
So there's no need for outdoor table service because it's on the 3rd floor, right? Is that the main reason?
There is an outdoor seating area, so all level, it's an odd design in which you can actually access the building from all 3 levels at ground level, at walk-in level. It's the way it's been built. The space overall has been built. So there is outdoor seating adjacent to it, but we do not intend to serve out on that space.
Okay. Anything further?
Nothing further from us.
Commissioners have any questions?
No question.
No more.
One question, the MOU,
Yes.
are they agreed to have the terms be part of their license?
Yes, they do agree.
All right, thank you. On the basis then of the materials contained in the application, the proffer from counsel, the testimony received, the exhibits received, and the memorandum of understanding with the local community organization, I vote to approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with off-premises catering, subject to the terms of the MOU to the extent they're enforceable by law.
Yes, based on material testimony and letter, I vote to approve the application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license and request of premise catering based on the specifics of the MOU.
Based on the application materials proffered made by council today, testimony given, and the exhibits that were given today, also vote to approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with off-premises catering, subject to the MOU as enforceable by law.
Ms. Russell?
Exhibits for the record. Board Exhibit 1, letter of support from Charles Village Civic Association dated 7/3/25. 2, MOU, and 3, hearing outline.
Thank you, Ms. Hutchins. Good luck, gentlemen.
Chiol-Soo Lee, Dear Leon Howard LLC, trading as La Maison, 2600 North Howard Street. Application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license under the provisions of alcoholic beverages and cannabis articles, Section 12-1603, C1 to little I, requiring $200,000 in capital investment in restaurant fixtures and facilities and seating capacity for a minimum of 75 people, requesting outdoor table service. Please come forward.
Hello, me again, Brooke Hutchins with the law firm Rosenberg Martin Greenberg. I'm here on behalf of the proposed licensee, Dear Leon Howard LLC. I'm joined by Chiol-Soo Lee, who is the individual licensee applicant. I'll be referring to him today as Charles Lee. May I proceed by proffer?
Please.
Okay, so we're here today because we filed a new application for a Class B beer, wine, and liquor license, which is going to be used at 2600 North Howard Street. The licensed premises is going to be operated as a restaurant called La Maison. Let's see, the licensed premises meets the requirements of Section 12-1603 of the alcohol beverages and cannabis article, which are applicable to restaurants in the 43rd District. It meets the minimum capital investments standard of $200,000 and the minimum seating capacity standard of 75 individuals. So a little more about the premises. The board might be familiar with this location. It's been before the board before under different operators several times over the years. Parts and Labor has operated a butcher shop in the proposed location from 2014 to 2018, and then more recently, the John Brown General and Butchery, or JBGB, operated a restaurant, retail butcher shop, and general store in the proposed location from July 2021 until January 2024. And exhibits 1 and 2 in your package show aerial and street view images of the licensed premises. So as I mentioned, the applicant intends to operate the licensed premises as a restaurant called La Maison. During the day, the applicant plans to operate the restaurant as a French-style bakery and cafe, offering a variety of different pastries, sandwiches, other sweet and savory treats. And in the evening, the applicant intends to transition the restaurant to a gourmet pizza eatery offering wood-fire oven pizza. A sample menu is included in your packet as Exhibit 3. The proposed days and hours of operation for the restaurant are Tuesday through Sunday, with bakery and cafe service from 7 to 3 p.m., and evening dining from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. The restaurant will provide both indoor and outdoor table service, and it will have a seating capacity of 155 with 68 seats located outside on the adjacent patio. A floor plan is included in your packet as Exhibit 4. To prevent the service of alcohol to minors, the restaurant will implement a policy of checking IDs and of all customers who enter the establishment, and will continuously monitor patrons. All restaurants, managers, and bartenders will also be required to become tip certified. In addition, Mr. Lee, who will be in charge of day-to-day operations, will be tip certified. So a little more about Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee is the managing partner of Dear Leon LLC with a 50% ownership interest. He's a Baltimore resident of 3 years. He's the co-owner of the coffee and pastry shop Cafe Dear Leon, which you may know. It's in Canton and opened in August 2020. Mr. Lee also co-owns the bar and restaurant Love Pomelo, which opened in April 2024. Mr. Lee has a financial interest in the Class B liquor license for Love Pomelo. He's also served as individual licensee for the Love Pomelo license since 2023. He's in the process of being removed from that license so that he can serve under this one. So in the process, I mean, we're filling out the paperwork. It's going to happen. As the previous holder of a Class B license and having significant hospitality experience, Mr. Lee is familiar with the board's rules and pledges to abide by them. A significant amount of outreach has been performed in anticipation of this application. Mr. Lee in May met with the Greater Remington Improvement Association, or the GRIA, to discuss the restaurant and answer any questions. Subsequently, a representative for the owner of the property met with the GRIA to address any lingering questions. Following these discussions, the GRIA expressed its support for the application, which is evidenced by the letter of support included in your packet as Exhibit 5. So, as I mentioned, this restaurant satisfies the requirements of Section 12603 with the capital investment of at least $356,147 and having a seating capacity of 155. The applicant also satisfies the additional criterion that the board sets forth and adopted from Section 42210 regarding the public need and desire for the license. The premises has operated under 2 operators since 2014. The space's long-term popularity as a restaurant is indicative of the public need and desire for a licensed premises, as is the letter of support from the GRIA. With regards to the number and location of existing licenses and the potential effect on those licensees, because the premises has operated as a restaurant since 2024, it's ultimately going to result in will effectively result in no net change to the number of licenses in the area and will not have an impact on any new licenses. As far as potential commonality of services, uniqueness, the proposed operation is intended to consist of a daytime French bakery and evening pizzeria. The proposed concept will bring something new to the Remington area. Finally, the issuance of the license will not have any negative impact on the general health, safety, and welfare of the community. The applicant has met with the GRIA to ensure this. In addition, Mr. Lee has significant hospitality experience and will prioritize the safety of his patrons and the community. So for the foregoing reasons, we request that the board approve this application.
Thank you. Commissioners have questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you, Ms. Hutchins. On the basis then of the materials contained in the application, the exhibits received the extensive qualification by Ms. Hutchins and the letter of support from the Greater Remington Improvement Association. I vote to approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with outdoor table service.
Yes, based on material testimony provided, I also vote to approve the application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license and the request for outdoor table service.
Based on the application materials, the proffer made by Ms. Hutchins, the exhibits that were entered in this case, also vote to approve this new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with outdoor table service.
Ms. Russell?
Exhibits for the record, Board Exhibit 1, hearing outline.
Thank you. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
David Zamudio, Josephina Baltimore LLC, trading as Josephina, 1409 Point Street, application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license under the provisions of alcoholic beverages and cannabis articles, Section 12-1604C21 little I, requiring $700,000 in capital investment in restaurant fixtures and facilities, 65% of food sales, and seating capacity for a minimum of 150 people. Please come forward.
Hi,
You
good
are?
morning. I'm Angela Rishi-Barker. I'm the project manager on the restaurant, and I'm here to speak on
Who's
behalf
with you?
of owner and applicant.
Would you both raise your right hands, please?
Do you swear that the evidence that you give today will be the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Hi, good morning. We are applying for a new beer wine, Class B beer, wine, and liquor license for Josefina Baltimore LLC, which will be located at 1409 Point Street, Suite B, in the Harbor Point development area of Baltimore City, developed by BD Development Group. We have entered into the record some additional evidence, including 2 letters of support, one on behalf of BD Management Group that manages the residential apartment complexes in the area, and then another by longtime business owners and Fells Point residents, Claudia Towles. You'll also find a copy of the food and beverage menu and copies of the floor plans, and then the full business plan because it is a new restaurant. A little bit of background on the executive chef and owner, David Zamudio, who's here with me today. He began his journey in the culinary world at age 15, where he started training to be a chef. He traveled the world and worked in many acclaimed restaurants and worked under many acclaimed Michelin-starred chefs until finally settling in Baltimore City, where he served as an executive chef and was honored with a nomination for a James Beard Award of the Best Chef Mid-Atlantic category. Following this, he decided that it was time to give back to the community that had given so much to him and opened his own restaurant in the Harbor Point area. This is going to be a fine dining Spanish concept that will be operating for lunch and dinner. So the hours of operation will be lunch from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m., and then dinner 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday through Thursdays, and 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays. The business prospectus that you have there at the end of the file does include renderings of the interior of the restaurant. The restaurant is in excess of the minimum 700,000 capital investment requirement and excess of the minimum seating capacity as well. So we kindly ask that you give us the opportunity to open with the beer, wine, and liquor Class B license to be able to serve the community.
And everyone who's handling alcohol will be tip certified.
Absolutely.
Commissioners have questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you. On the basis then of the materials contained in the application, the proffer from Ms., tell me your last name again.
Rishi-Barger. Rishi-Barger.
Ms.
It's a hard
Barger.
one. You can say Rish.
Please spell your name for the record, please.
RISHEBARGER.
Okay. And the exhibits received, including the letters of support. I vote to approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license.
Yes, based on material testimony provided, I also vote to approve the application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license.
Thank you.
Based on the testimony by Ms. Rishiberger?
Yes.
Okay. And the testimony that was given by her, the exhibits that were entered, I also vote to approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license.
Ms. Russell?
I call exhibits for the record. Board Exhibit 1, hearing outline.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Ma'am, what's your first name?
Angela. Thank you.
Kabita Mahat Manya LLC, trading as Eddie's of Mount Vernon, 7 West Eager Street, Class A, beer, wine, and liquor license, amended application to transfer ownership. Please come forward, but before you begin, just a reminder that everyone who, after you finish your hearings, to see Ms. Branch for the paperwork that you need. Sorry.
All right, thank you. Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Stephen W. Fogelman, on behalf of Kabita Mahat, the applicant here in this amended application, proceeding under Manya LLC, previously proceeded under Gorica LLC. The applicant's been paying rent since April. They are very close to opening. This is, of course, Eddie's of Mount Vernon, the grocery store that sells beer, wine, and liquor ancillarily. Ms. Mahat managed Nepal House for many years. She is married to the owner of Nepal House. She's also managed a packaged goods stores that at Patterson Avenue, Apple Tree Liquors, I believe it's called. And really nothing has changed here. She's been before this board before. The only thing that's changed, I haven't seen this before, is there's an updated MOU with the Mount Vernon Belvedere Association. So I'd like to present that to you at this time. Thank you. And without question, there's a public need and desire for a grocery store at this location, having served the community for many years. MVBA is excited for the reopening of Eddie's of Mount
How long
Vernon.
was it closed?
Over a year, maybe 2. Time flies when when people are buying and selling businesses and fixing them up. So
And is she willing to have these terms as part of her license?
yes, indeed, she is. She's also alcohol management certified, and any employees handling the alcohol will be certified as well. There's no on-premises consumption here, so this is really having to do with sales to go, and meaning ID check, 100% ID check.
Commissioners have questions?
So the MOU is part of the license?
Yes, thank you, Commissioner.
Yeah, no questions.
All right, thank you. On the basis then of the materials contained in the amended application, the proffer from council, the exhibits received, including the memorandum of understanding between the Mount Vernon Belvedere Improvement Association and Ms. Mahat, I vote to approve this amended application to transfer ownership of this Class A beer, wine, and liquor license, subject to the terms of the MOU to the extent they're enforceable by law.
Yes, based on material testimony, and the MOU and the letter from the attorney, I also vote to approve the amended application to transfer ownership.
Based on the amended application, the proffer made by council today, and the exhibits that were given today, I also vote to approve this Class A beer, wine, and liquor license as amended by the application to transfer its ownership, subject to the MOU as enforceable by law.
Ms. Russell?
I call exhibits for the record. Board Exhibit 1, MOU between applicants and Mount Vernon Belvedere Improvement Association.
Thank you. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
Paramjit Singh and Narinder Singh, Rothenhofer Brothers, Inc., trading as Three Brothers, 3061 Frederick Avenue. Class A beer, wine, and liquor license. Application to transfer ownership requesting off-premises catering and delivery of alcoholic beverages. Please come forward.
For the record, Melvin J. Kaninsky, 320 North Charles Street, representing the applicants. The applicants are licensees now. They've been licensees for the last 2
I'll just
years.
stop you for a second, Mr. Kennedy. I'm not going to participate in this case, so I wanted to let you know that the other commissioners will handle it. I'll let Commissioner Templeton take over.
Go ahead and proceed.
All right, and they've been licensees for the last 2 years there. The reason why they're here is to approve they're now becoming majority stockholders, each one own 50%. So they are familiar with the rules and regulations of the board, having operated the establishment for the last 2 years and so forth. They are alcohol certified, and any other employees that they would have would be alcohol certified. So it's a pretty seamless transition here. There's no change in the LLC, in the corporation, and except for the stock ownership interest.
And they're requesting off-premises catering with
I
this
don't think
also.
off-premises catering applies here, but if that was on the app, maybe that's a mistake. I'll check on it, because it's an A license.
So you're saying it is a mistake,
Well,
or?
I'm going to take a look as we speak.
It was on the application, but we do have concerns about that, so that's why it was raised, Mr. Gadensky.
No, that probably will ask for that. They're not serving any food off premises, no. So there will not be any off-premises catering.
Would you like us not to approve, let me ask for the off-premises catering on this?
Correct.
And
Just to transfer without the off-premises catering.
Any questions?
No questions.
Based on the application materials and the proffer that was made today by council, I vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this Class A beer, wine, and liquor license with delivery of alcoholic beverages.
There is no delivery of alcoholic beverages, right?
No, there is delivery of alcoholic beverages, but no off-premises catering.
Correct.
Based on material testimony provided, I vote to approve the application to transfer ownership, A beer, wine, and liquor license.
And that's also with the delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Okay. Correction, also request of off-premise delivery of alcoholic beverages.
No exhibits for the record?
Thank you, Ms. Russell.
Thank you.
Jill R. Rosenberg, 34 Marketplace Concessionaire LLC, trading as Power Plant Live, 34 Marketplace, Class B beer, wine, and liquor arena license application to transfer ownership with continuation of live entertainment and outdoor table service. Please come forward.
I apologize. Could I be moved on the agenda? My attorney had to step out, and she hasn't returned yet.
Okay.
You want to go, is she just out there?
I checked a moment ago, and I didn't see her. I don't know if she was.
All right, we'll come back to you then.
Okay, we'll go to Liza During, John C. During, and Melissa During, Penny Black Baltimore, Inc., trading as Penny Black, 1800 Thames Street, Class B beer, wine, and liquor license. Application to transfer ownership with continuation of outdoor table service, requesting live entertainment. Please come forward. I think Matt went out to find them. Mr. Previs, are you representing Penny Black? Yes. Okay. Yep.
Here or there?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Let's not talk about that.
All right, Mr. Previs, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Peter Previs on behalf of the licensees applicants, Melissa Deering, Eliza Deering, and John Deering. This request is actually two aspects. The main aspect is a request for live entertainment. The other aspect is Chuck Deering, dad and husband, former husband, had passed away. So originally we had 3 licensees. We couldn't have 4. And now that Chuck's passed away, Melissa is going on the license. And we use this opportunity to put her on the license since we are doing the request for live entertainment.
I have to ask Larry, but wasn't there an Oriole named Chuck Deering?
I think there was.
Okay. Yes.
I didn't remember that one.
It goes way back. Am I right, Larry? Yes, okay.
So anyway, Penny Black is at the corner of Ann and Thames Street, formerly known as John Stevens. I'm sure you remember that, Mr. Chairman. I think I was 13 and you were 26 hanging out in there. But anyway, that was a long time ago. So the John Stevens and now Penny Black's been at that corner for years and years and years, a staple in Fells Point. And the family runs it. Melissa and John live upstairs. Eliza lives, halfway lives there because she's there all the time. But it's a family-run business. It's a small bar. These two individuals are musicians and graduated from Berklee College of Music in Boston, and they've always had an interest in music. So when Fells Point got the C1E entertainment zone, they happened to be across the street, across from Ann, so they weren't technically in the zone. So we filed a conditional use in zoning and obtained that. So now they have permission for live entertainment. They also have an MOU with the community association. Everybody's very much in favor of this happening. And they promised me that my band will be the first one to play there. So I better hurry up and get this thing going. So that's basically it. We have no opposition. It's a family-run place. We have the hours worked out.
And they're agreed to the terms of the MOU?
And they've agreed to the terms of the MOU.
Okay, commissioners have questions?
No questions.
All right, thank you, Mr. Rivas. On the basis of the materials contained in the application, the proffer from council, the memorandum of understanding with the community association, I vote to approve this application to transfer ownership with continued outdoor table service and live entertainment for this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license, subject to the terms of the MOU to the extent they're enforceable by law.
Yes, based on material, testimony, letter, and the MOU provided, I vote to approve the application to transfer ownership with continuation of outdoor table service and the request for live entertainment.
Based on the application materials, proffer made by council today, any testimony given, also vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license with the continuation of outdoor table service and live entertainment, subject to the MOU as enforceable by law.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Good luck. Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
Well,
We're going to go back.
Do I get that from you or
Go back to Ms. French. We're going to go back to Jill R. Rosenberg, 34 Marketplace Concessionaires LLC, trading as Power Plant Live, 34 Marketplace Class B Beer, Wine, and Liquor Arena License, application to transfer ownership with continuation of live entertainment and outdoor table service.
Yes, good morning, and thank you for the adjustment. Mary McCudden on behalf of 34 Marketplace Concessionaire LLC, and I'm here with Jill Rosenberg, who is the proposed transferee license holder. This is a straightforward transfer application being made because the individual who previously held the license moved out of the city into the county. There are no proposed changes to the operations in any respect. We will continue to be closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, open Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sunday from 11 to 10, and then Fridays and Saturdays from 11 to 2 a.m. We have security on site at all times when we are operational, checking IDs at the entrance of the premises. We also check IDs at the POS. All of our staff will remain serve-safe, certified, trained, and responsible alcohol service. There really are no material changes to the license other than swapping out Mr. Dollar for Ms. Rosenberg. Ms. Rosenberg is an employee with the Cordish Company. She's been with the company for about 3 years. She's a lawyer herself, and so we would ask that the commissioners grant this transfer application.
You're merely changing the resident membership in the license, right?
No change in that, no.
Commissioners have questions?
No question.
No questions.
All right, thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the application, the proffer from council, I vote to approve this application to transfer ownership with continuation of live entertainment and outdoor table service of this Class B beer, wine, and liquor arena license.
Thank you.
Yes, based on material, testimony provided, I also vote to approve the application to transfer ownership with continuation of live entertainment and outdoor table service.
Based on the application material, proffer made by council, also vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this Class B beer, wine, and liquor arena license, continuation of live entertainment and outdoor table service.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Michael Latham, Rebecca J. Williams, and Timothy P. Luzius, Maryland Turf Caterers, Inc., trading as Pimlico Racecourse, 5201 Park Heights and Belvedere, Class B beer, wine, and liquor racetrack license application to transfer ownership with continuation of live entertainment, outdoor table service, and off-premises catering. Please come forward.
Hi, good morning. I'm Bill Knopf. I'm the president of the Maryland Jockey Club. We are the new nonprofit entity that runs racing in the state now, and this was a request for a transfer of ownership simply because, as you probably know, Pimlico Racecourse is now owned by the Maryland Stadium Authority.
So we need to swear you in first.
Oh, I apologize.
Okay, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear that the evidence that you give today will be the truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Would you repeat your name again, please?
Bill Knopf, Bill Knopf, K-N-A-U-F.
Okay. Please go ahead, Mr. Knopf.
Okay.
Knopf.
Thank you. This is a transfer of ownership from First Racing to the Maryland Jockey Club. We have absorbed Maryland Turf Caterers, who is the food and beverage operation, so everything remains consistent with that entity. This is just now we are running things in terms of racing, and obviously Pimlico is closed right now. It is going to be under construction for the next few years, but we wanted to take care of the ownership immediately.
Okay, and your people will be qualified to handle alcohol?
They are, correct.
Okay.
They will be.
Commissioners have questions?
No question.
No questions.
I thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the application and the proffer made this morning, I vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this Class B beer, wine, and liquor racetrack license with continued live entertainment, outdoor table service, and off-premises catering.
Yes, based on material and testimony provided, I vote to approve the application to transfer ownership with continuation of live entertainment, outdoor table service, and off-premise catering.
Based on application materials and the testimony given today, I also vote to approve this application and transfer ownership of this Class B beer, wine, and liquor racetrack license with the continuation of live entertainment, outdoor table service, and off-premises catering.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
Thank you, sir. Good luck.
Thank you.
Mr. Neff, I think you have my contact information.
I do.
Get in touch with me so that we can strategize to make sure the license is preserved
Yes.
while you're under construction, because otherwise it'll expire, and I don't want that to happen.
Me
So
neither.
let's be-
Perfect. Thank you. Yep.
Gerald Cole Project LLC, trading as Gems Wine Mercantile, 2200 East Fayette Street. Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license application to transfer ownership, requesting outdoor table service. Please come forward.
For the record, Melvin J. Konecki representing Mr. Cole. This was a license that was brought back by the Senate bill on this occasion. This license has been there for many, many, many years. Mr. Cole is familiar with the rules and regulations of the liquor board and has had prior licenses, so he's never had any problems with it. And along with that, he'll make sure that any of the people that are hired and dispense alcohol be alcohol certified. And along with that, I don't see that there be any problems. There were a couple of starts in here where they just didn't get the matter completed before.
Does the legislation require him to enter into an MOU with the
I
community?
don't think so. Does it really?
Yes?
It's
Yes, sir,
connected to the license then.
Yes.
Yes.
But have you provided that as an exhibit?
Yes.
It's Gerald Cole speaking.
We have it.
Yeah, we do not have it. Can we have it?
I don't have it. Do you have one?
So it was.
Give your name and address.
Sorry, my name is Gerald Cole.
Raise your right hand, please.
Yes. My name is Gerald Cole. And yes, so when we worked with the delegation to revive this license, there was the MOU agreed upon us in the community that was attached to the license in the revival of the license.
And so we need that so that we can have it in the file and add the restrictions to the license itself.
Okay.
And whatever the MOU says when it comes in, you agree to be bound by those terms. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
No question.
All right. Thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the application, the proffer from counsel and testimony received, I vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this Class BG7 beer, wine, and liquor license with outdoor table service, subject to the terms of the memorandum of understanding, which will be submitted to us, and to the extent those terms are enforceable by law.
Yes, based on materials and testimony provided, vote to approve the application transfer of ownership and request for outdoor table service, with the MOU.
Based on the application materials, offer made by council, testimony given today, also vote to approve this application transfer ownership of this Class BD 7 beer, wine, and liquor license with outdoor table service, subject to the MOU as enforceable by law.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
Thank you. Good luck, Mr. Cole.
Sangita Pudel Prazan LLC, trading as Red Door Liquor and Lounge, 625 through 27 North Glover Street, Class BD7, beer, wine, and liquor license, application to transfer ownership, requesting delivery of alcoholic beverages. Please come forward.
Once again, for the record, Melvin Jaconessi representing the applicant in this case. It's an application to transfer an existing BD7 beer and wine license. It's been on Glover Street. It's a small place. Have you ever been on Glover Street? It has an interesting past, but it's probably taking too long to give you back today. We got a big docket. But Ms. Poodle was working at 3600 Blair Road and is familiar with the rules and regulations of the liquor board. She will make sure that anybody there is alcohol certified, and the hours of operation will be consistent with the other businesses in the area. And other than that, I think she's qualified and the license should be transferred.
Commissioners?
No question.
No questions.
Thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the application and the proffer from council, I vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license with delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Yes, based on material testimony provided, I also vote to approve the application to transfer ownership and the request for delivery of alcoholic beverage.
Based on the application materials and the proffer made by council today, I also vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this Class BD 7 beer, wine, and liquor license with the delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
Thank you. Good luck.
Just an FYI, there is a legislative restriction on the hours of, yeah, okay, just wanted to make sure that was clear. Kip Imperato ad Astra LLC, training as the Happy Jack Tavern, 2822 Hudson Street, Class BD7, beer, wine, and liquor license, application to transfer ownership. Please come forward.
Yes, good afternoon. Nope, still good morning. Stephen W. Fogelman on behalf of the applicant Kip Imperato.
Good morning. You want to proffer for us?
Yeah, I do. This is one of the clients you love to have. Dr. Imperato is a resident of the neighborhood he wants to serve hospitality in. He owns a business already in the neighborhood in which he wants to do hospitality in. He manages You'll Never Walk Alone at 2400 Boston Street in the Can Company. He is a vet, and he has 3,000 regular patients. So maybe some of those patients, owners, caretakers, will come into his restaurant. He's also taken over a place that is really loved by the local residents. It was one of Ted Stelzenmuller's projects, and it's a great little corner cafe. I have a couple copies of the menu I'd like to show you.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
Don't forget the drinks, that's over here.
Good thing the court reporter's not here today. Cross. All right, so Mr. Imperato, he's got a great manager named Drew Horn, who's got experience in Philadelphia, who's come down here for this project. You've got deviled eggs. You've got a lot of pub grub that's slightly elevated. You've got deviled eggs. You've got a leaning in to grilled cheese here. Everything from classic to a pizza style. And we're getting closer to lunch to a crab Callaway with cream cheese, sour cream, cheddar cheese, and jumbo lump crab and Old Bay. Even dessert grilled cheeses. So there's a niche. I tell everybody you got to have a niche if you're going to separate yourself from the pack. Given his extensive activity, his business in the neighborhood, his residents, they're already off to a great start. They're operating under a management agreement with the current licensee. They have Google reviews that are fantastic. I didn't even have them bother printing them all out, but really couldn't ask for a better operator in the neighborhood in which I happen to live for 25 years. So thank you.
Commissioners have any questions?
No questions.
All right, thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the application, the proffer from council, the exhibits received, a vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license.
Yes, based on material testimony provided, I also vote to approve the application to transfer ownership.
Based on the application materials, the proffer made by council, also vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license.
Ms. Russell?
Exhibit for the record, Board Exhibit number 1, menu.
Thank you. Good luck,
you.
sir.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited.
Lucia Catalan Guzman Costa de Ora, I apologize, LLC, trading as Costa de Ora, 4330 East Lombard Street, Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license, application to transfer ownership with continuation of live entertainment. Please come forward.
Good morning, Stephen W. Fogelman on behalf of the applicant, Lucia Catalan Guzman, who is standing to my right. Ms. Guzman is going to be the principal at what they're going to call Luo's restaurant. It'll be a restaurant first because Ms. Catalan Guzman, comes from the restaurant background. She started here in Baltimore working as a cook at the Abbey Burger Bistro in Federal Hill from 2012 to 2015. And from 2015 to present has managed La Cabana Mexican restaurant at 101 North Point Road in Dundalk. That restaurant does not have a liquor license. However, her husband, Oscar Guzman, does have a liquor license at Don Tigre here in the city at 900 East Ford Avenue. It's a upscale Mexican restaurant. She has worked there as well on and off for over a year. And then the many years at La Cabana, she is currently alcohol management certified in connection with her work at Don Tigre. She will have 2 other people in addition to her handling alcohol at times, and they will also be certified and given the instruction that's necessary. Ms. Guzman, as I just mentioned before, they're focused on the food. The neighborhood is rich with new Americans, and so they focus on Mexican, Hondureño, and Salvadoreño food. Restaurant first, bar second. They are, knock on wood, one of the places over there that are already approved for live entertainment, so you might not see them in here for an occasional violation in that regard. They plan to have a disc jockey, karaoke, and an occasional mariachi band. And there's certainly a need and desire in the neighborhood here for the products that Ms. Catalan Guzman is going to be offering, and there's not going to be any, there's going to be good management, good administration, and I look forward to trying their food. Thank you.
Commissioners?
No questions.
I thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the application and the proffer from council, I vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license with continued live entertainment.
Yes, based on material testimony, I also vote to approve the application to transfer ownership with continuation of live entertainment.
Based on the application materials and the proffer made by council, also vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license with the continuation of live entertainment.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
Thank you. Good luck, Ms. Guzman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Commissioners. Appreciate it.
Dasani Pen, Class A Define Inc., trading as Class A Define Lounge, 2709 through 11 Washington Boulevard, Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license, amended application to transfer ownership from a secured creditor. Please come forward.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioner. Sean Harvey, 309 South Conklin Street, Baltimore, Maryland, 212244, for the applicant, Ms. Penn, to my left. We've been before this board before, actually, on January 30th, and the board approved Ms. Penn as a licensee. There was another licensee for this corporation who was found to be not qualified, afterwards, so that's why we had to file an amended. But the same applies to Ms. Penn today as it did when we were before the board in January. She is now the majority owner of this corporation. She is, since we've been here before, the tavern has been inspected by all the inspectors. In fact, I've got a use and occupancy permit, which has been applied for and received. She's been certified for alcohol awareness. She understands the rules of the liquor board, and we're asking that she be approved again today.
Okay. Commissioners have any questions?
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is the Old Joe's on Watson Boulevard?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is, it's been closed, and,
Right.
No questions.
All right. Any further? Do you have any other questions?
No.
Okay, thank you. On the basis then of the materials contained in the amended application and the proffer from council and any testimony received, I vote to approve this amended application to transfer ownership of this BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license from a secured creditor.
Yes, based on material testimony provided, I also vote to approve the amended application transfer ownership from a secured creditor.
Based on the minute application, the proffer made by council today, I also vote to approve this minute application to transfer ownership from a secured creditor of this Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license.
Thank you.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
Thanks, good luck.
Jose N. Portillo, Maria Rita Zavala Villa Corta, and George Spiridon Savadalis, Pupuseria Mamatana LLC, trading as Pupuseria Mamatana, 4707 Eastern Avenue, Class D Beer and Light Wine License, amended application to transfer ownership and location of a Class D beer and wine license presently located at 426 South Newkirk Street to 4707 Eastern Avenue, requesting delivery of alcoholic beverages. Please come forward.
For the record, Melvin J. Kineski, 320 North Charles Street. This is another redo from before when the statute was put in for them to be able to move because they were within 300 feet of a church. Was approved. They had to have a change in ownership. Mr. Sevdelis, who owns the property, a lifelong person lives in Greektown, has got on the license. They have gotten a letter from approval from the church. They'll have to meet with the Greater Greektown Association to get an MOU, which would be a salient part of this license.
Ma'am, you are?
My name is Esther House. I'm a board member with the Greektown Neighborhood Association.
Raise your right hand, please.
Yes.
Do you swear that the evidence that you give today will be the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm here today representing the Greektown Neighborhood Association in opposition to the transfer because they have not entered into the MOU with the Neighborhood Association. They have not approached us.
Does this legislation
subject-
requires
Yes.
this,
Right,
doesn't it?
absolutely. They're going to have to sit down and
So-
meet with them.
So
They
if
have not approached us.
If we approve them, they can't get the license until the MOU is filed with us. Do you understand?
I understand that.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure that
We
nothing
understand.
happens today.
We know.
Without it.
They know. They've got to have one, okay? But you all have to negotiate in good faith, too, both sides. Okay. Commissioners have any questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the amended application, proffer from council and testimony received, I vote to approve this amended application to transfer ownership and location of a Class D beer wine license presently located at 426 South Newkirk Street, 4707 Eastern Avenue, with delivery of alcoholic beverages, all subject to the terms of a memorandum of understanding with the Greektown Association that will be submitted to us, and the terms of which will be enforceable to the extent that the law permits.
Yes, based on material testimony and letter, I vote to approve the amended application to transfer ownership and location of a Class D BW license presently located at 426 South Newkirk Street, 4707 Eastern Avenue, requesting delivery of alcoholic beverages subject to a MOU.
Based on the amended application, the proffer made by council, and the testimony that was given today, I also vote to approve this amended application to transfer ownership and location of this Class D beer and light wine license presently located at 426 South Newkirk Street to 4707 Eastern Avenue with the delivery of alcoholic beverages, subject to an MOU that I assume is going to be done in the future with Greek Town Association as an enforceable bylaw.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you.
folks.
Thank you.
Final case of the day, Bernita Jean Blackwell and Rishi Sharma, New RNJ LLC, trading as New Burgers One Tavern, 5523 Bel Air Road, Class BD7, beer, wine, and liquor license. Request to add live entertainment, please come forward.
Hi, good afternoon, good morning. My name is Bernita Blackwell, this is Rishi Sharma. He is my boss and has been my boss for the last 6 years.
Would you both raise your right hands, please?
Yeah.
Do you swear that the evidence that you give today will be the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes. So I got my bartending license in 2019. This was the first bar I ever bartended at. And now I'm the manager, been there for 5 years. We have never had an entertainment license, and I feel like adding the entertainment license will add community support, more socialization in the community, local talent. And some of the bartenders that we have, that's the only job that they have is bartending. And I feel like that will increase their income as well. I submitted a petition of some signatures from the businesses that are within our realm, as well as some of the neighbors there, in support of the live entertainment. And I just feel like it would just really enhance our business.
So have you requested approval from the zoning board?
Yes.
And have you gotten it?
In terms of, well, they took.
Live entertainment?
Yes. When I went to apply, they said we were in the zone for live entertainment. So that's why we submitted the application.
Is that accurate?
You have to have your use and occupancy permit updated to reflect the approval.
Yeah, we did that.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, well, can we get a copy of that?
Sure, I have to get it from Raju.
We don't need it today, but we need it
Okay.
before, so if you are,
Before you can start operating,
Sure.
if we approve it, you have to submit that, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Commissioners have any questions?
No question.
No questions.
All right, thank you, Ms. Blackwell. On the basis of the materials contained in the application, the proffer from Ms. Blackwell, the exhibit received, I vote to approve this request to add live entertainment to this BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license, subject to the applicant submitting the use and occupancy permit that was provided by the zoning board.
Yes, based on testimony materials, I vote to approve the request to add live entertainment and subject to the MOU, correct, Mr. Chairman?
No, it's a use and occupancy.
Use and occupancy, subject to the use and occupancy.
Based on the testimony that was given today and the application that was presented to us, I also vote to approve this addition of live entertainment to this Class B D7 beer, wine, and liquor license.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
All right, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
great. Just one brief reminder, the Liquor Board office will be closing today at 3 o'clock for an all-staff training. There being no further business before the board is in recess until Thursday, July 24th, 2025 at 10:30 a.m. We're adjourned.
Thank you, everybody.